Okay, shalawam. All right, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rachak, Wadash, double honor to our apostle, elders of GMS, and to the elect, doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. All right, so this is GMS Precepts. This is Nazar Khad. And real quick, I'm sure a lot of brothers did videos on this already, but this is an article, Iranian boat, that situation. I believe it happened yesterday. Today is Friday, June 14th, and it reads, this is from CNN.com. It says Iranian boat fired missile at U.S. drone prior to tanker attack, U.S. official says. So what tanker attack is that speaking about? That's speaking about that's speaking about, they're calling it, what are they calling this shit? The Hormone tanker? Video shows Iranian leaving a strict area. So so basically, America is blaming Iran for uh, shooting an oil tanker. Okay, and they're saying that one of their America's oil tankers were shot, and they're blaming Tehran, or blaming Iran for it. But and the American people are eating this up. But little do the people know that this is all planned and orchestrated years ago. Okay, I got this article right here. This is from Global Research, which I'll be reading. But this is something that was planned years ago, and they even write in this is from a book. It says Which Path to Persia, because their whole plan is to start war with Iran. Okay, and this is an excerpt from a book, Which Path to Persia. It says, it would be far more preferable if so first of all, this is from, like I said, Global Research. This is a convenient tanker attack as U.S. seeks war with Iran. So this is their end goal. They want to have what? War with Iran. This is what they seek. America seeks war with Iran. It says it would be far more preferable if the United States could cite an Iranian provocation as justification for the airstrikes before launching them. So before they do anything militarily against Iran, they want to have justification, or so-called justification, before doing it. It says clearly the more outrageous, the more deadly, and the more unprovoked the Iranian action, just like this tanker they said that they did. Oh, they said it's got Iranian footprints all over it. Iran's responsible, yet they did not provide any evidence of the such. They provided, and they even tell you that in their news articles, which is one I'm about to pull up. It says, of course, it would be very difficult for the United States to goad Iran. I'm sorry. It says clear that I read that. It says, of course, it would be very difficult for the United States to goad Iran into such a provocation without the rest of the world recognizing this game, which would then undermine it. So it's telling you that they don't want another, what do you call it? Another situation in, what was it, 2003, when they said, oh, Iraq has weapons of mass destruction, and then they just get caught. Well, that was after the fact, but they're saying they don't want to start war with another nation, preferably Iran, without it looking too obvious. Okay, so what are the steps that they have to do? This plan of starting war with Iran goes back, or it came into fruition when President Obama was in office. I mean, they planned this years ago, but it really started out when Obama in '09. What did he do? He signed the Iran treaty with Iran, and then years later they were gonna. I'll just read it because it explains it. It explains it. I'll start it from right here. It says, Washington's long-standing plans, right? It says continued sanctions and the elimination of waivers are part of Washington's unilateral withdrawal from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or the Iranian deal. The deal was signed in 2015, with the U.S. withdrawing in 2018. It says, while the decision is portrayed as political differences between the former U.S. President Barack Obama and current U.S. President Donald Trump, in reality, the plan's proposal, signing, then withdrawal from by the U.S. was planned in detail as early as 2009 as a means of justifying long sought out war after Iran. So this is already planned, man. It was planned that President Barack Obama would sign it, and then the next president, which is the current president, Donald Trump, would withdraw from it. It says in 2009 paper, Which Path to Persia? Options for a New American Strategy toward Iran. And mind you, I'll put this in the description box. It says the corporate financial funded Brookings Institution would first admit the complications of U.S.-led military aggression against Iran. Emphasis added. Any military operation against Iran will likely be very unpopular around the world and require the proper international context, both to ensure the logistical support the operation would require and to minimize the blowback from it. The paper then lays out how the U.S. could appear to the world as a peacemaker and depict Iran's betrayal of a very good deal as the pretext for an otherwise reluctant U.S. military response. Emphasis added. See, see, that's the devil for you, man. They're gonna make it seem to the world like Iran backed out of a very good deal, and that America has no choice but to start war with them. It says the best way to minimize international opprobrium and maximize support, however grudging or covert, is to strike only when there is a widespread conviction that the Iranians were given but then rejected a superb deal. And that superb deal came way of the Iran. What is it? The Iran nuclear deal. It says one so good that only a regime determined to acquire nuclear weapons and acquire them for the wrong reasons would turn it down. So this is the picture they're painting. They're saying, look, the reason why they didn't want to go through with this deal or meet up now, because I have another article here. It says neither U.S. nor Iran are ready for making a deal. Trump. This is what Trump says. So the reason why they're painting that picture, oh, Iran doesn't want to do the deal, is because this is part of their plans. It says, oh, they must want to acquire nuclear. They must want to acquire. I'll just read it. One so good that the regime determined to acquire nuclear weapons and acquire them for the wrong reasons would turn it down. So the only reason why they're turning it down or turning down this Iran deal against America is because they want to use it for nefarious reasons. They want to use it for bad reasons. Under those circumstances, the United States or Israel could portray its operations as taken in sorrow, not anger, and at least some of the international community will conclude that the Iranians brought it on themselves, but by refusing a good deal. Okay? I think I read enough of this. I mean, you get the point. I'm not going to read this whole article. Like I said, I'll leave it in the description box. But this is very eerily similar, man. This whole situation. This is their game plan. Look, America, through the NDAA, they're allowed to lie to you, man. They've got with that through that propaganda law. They're allowed to sway the people's opinion and the world's opinion by creating lies and bullshit, and they've done it for years now. All right, I got another article. That's why it says what they're already nicknaming that attack the Oman tanker attacks. Right? Is this another Gulf of Tonkin? Right? And if you know anything about the Gulf of Tonkin war, that was a war. That was a war that another attack, okay, by boat that started off the Vietnam War. That's the reason why they went to war in Vietnam, because of the Gulf of Tonkin attack. Okay, but that years later that came out to be bullshit. That never happened. I mean, it happened, but it wasn't like how they said it did, right? This is from fair.org. It says 30-year anniversary. Now, this is from 94, so July 27th, 1994. So it's 25 years. So it's 30. This is 55 years later. So it says a 55th anniversary of Tonkin Gulf lie, launched the Vietnam War. So they're already telling you that this was a lie. The Gulf of Tonkin situation was a lie. It didn't happen how they said it did. Okay? They did this on purpose, okay? To what? As an excuse or a justification to go to war with Vietnam. So this attack is no different, and they're already telling you, okay? They're already telling you this. Look at it. Damn, this nigga, this red damn devil. All right, but now let me get to the scripture I got. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Second Esdras, the ninth chapter, because these are all things that were told to us that's gonna happen. So this should be of no surprise to us, man. It says, this is Second Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou see it. Now, how do you measure the time diligently? You watch and see what's happening. You watch the news and you try to tie it into prophecy, man. This is nothing but prophecy. What prophecy is this? Wars and rumors of wars, kingdom against kingdom. No matter if it's if it's if it's not real, if even if one side is purposely trying to do the war, it doesn't matter. A war is gonna happen. A war is gonna break out. Okay. It says, measure thou the time diligently in itself. How do you measure thou the time diligently? You look and watch for prophecies and news. Okay, and you tie them to the scriptures, man. All right. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So all these prophecies that we know about, pursuing the Matthew's 24th chapter, famines, pestilence. Oh, there's outbreak, there's wars, right? There's wars. Man, a brother just sent me a video. Let me see if I could Google that. In Memphis cop shooting. I spelled the shit wrong. Shooting. Memphis cop shooting. Look at this. These niggas are going crazy in Memphis because a 20-year-old, I believe, he got shot 20 times while being handcuffed. So guess what? Jake is going wild out there. It's this dude right here. He's a nigga still. Look at this nigga, boy. But still, Memphis, they're rioting right now, okay, because of the situation. So I believe 20 cops got injured, 2 sent to the hospital. Okay, shit is going crazy over there. Okay, so rioting. This is also in China. They're rioting in China. They never riot in China. That's a communist country, and they're rioting over there. Okay, so there's infightings and wars and rumors of wars, people against people. So hey, these prophecies are unfolding, man. Okay, so that's how we know that. That's how we know that the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. The Lord is getting ready. The Most High Yahawah is getting ready to send His Son Yahawashi down to deliver the elect. It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So this is how we know that this is wars and rumors of wars. Let me get the picture. Okay, this is how we know that the Lord is getting ready to return soon. Why? Because these prophecies are unfolding, man. Okay? All right, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go into this article, little one that I remember when I upload this video. In fact, let me copy now. When I upload this, I'll put this article in the description box so you brothers can read it out. It lays out. I didn't read all of it. It's a lot of meat in here. It lays out the whole plan of America from the book, which the PDF version is on here. Where's the title of the book here? It says, Which Path to Persia? Let me get the whole title. Which Path to Persia? Options for a New American Strategy Toward Iran. Because their whole end game is to go to war with Iran. U.S. seeks war with Iran with these convenient tanker attacks. Okay? Alright? So, that's pretty much it. Lord willing, you brothers are edified. Until the next show, shalawam.